Again.
When you hear the word foster, what do you think of? You may think of smiling children in a new family dynamic, or maybe you're thinking of a teenage girl living with a new family. Both thoughts are examples of encouraging and promoting the development of a young person, which is what fostering is. You may already have a forever home of your own, but there are children in our country that need a support system that they can call their own. I have known foster families in my community that have told me about the positive effects and impacts it has on children's lives. Children grow into adults regardless of their past. They are the future of our nation, and it is our job as citizens to ensure their success. It is in our best interest to help raise the future adults and leaders of our country. Today, I'm going to reveal to you how many children across the U.S. do not have a home and what we can do to solve this issue. Children face the many challenges that come with not having family and a place to call home. Many children cannot stay with their birth parents, because they're either neglected, abused, or their parents cannot provide them. ShowHope.org reveals that there are roughly 400,000 children in the U.S. foster care system. According to the Child Welfare Information Giveaway, 2/3 of children in foster care in the U.S. have a sibling also in care. Many of these are preferred to be paired together in order to not face separation issues, but not all foster parents can take all siblings in. When children are placed in foster homes, they experience a variety of emotional issues that they must overcome going into adulthood. Some children carry around issues from their past, issues like physical, mental, or sexual abuse, neglect, living in poverty, and other things that they still carry on as they grow older. Here's a graph from Kids Count Data Center that shows the number of children in the U.S. facing different psychological issues. In 2012, 72% of children abused were emotionally abused. Children who leave care after being in a foster home are more likely to experience things like homelessness, unemployment, and incarceration in adulthood. Youth.gov reveals that children who were in foster care are half as likely to pay mortgages and rent compared to their peers. Now that you've heard the circumstances multiple children in our country live with, let's talk about ways each of us can help solve these issues. If you're in a place in your life where you're ready to start a family or extend one, I encourage you to consider adoption. Adoption is the action of legally taking in a child and raising them as your own. If adoption isn't for you, you may feel called to help by donating to local fostering agencies. As communities, we can spread the word about the need of foster homes for children and what adoption plans are. To inform future parents, we can start educating our students in high schools by bringing in guest speakers to talk about what fostering and adoption is. To help these children who have lived through these circumstances, even if adoption is not on your radar, you can consider becoming a foster parent. Foster parents provide temporary homes for children who cannot be reunited with their birth relatives and can provide so much support and love for this children's development. Now you've heard of some solutions to the difficulties many children face being in our nation's foster care system that can help and better our nation's citizens and their futures. In conclusion, many children do not have homes due to reasons they cannot control. But there are solutions to these problems, like our abilities to provide, educate future generations, and even adopt children. Please do not overlook children in your own community who could benefit from your help. I encourage you to take into consideration the positive effects of fostering and adopting children.